What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at the brand new Transformers Collectors Club Circuit. Now this is one of the subscription figures, and as you can see, this is figure number 3. Opening up the box, I have not opened the box up yet, so this is the first time I'm opening it. We have Circuit in his beautifully gaudy paint scheme. I actually really dig this paint scheme. One thing I do find absolutely hysterical is look at the top of the inside of the box. It's been poked to death by the top pokey bits of the car. Oh man, that might affect the resale value going forward. Anyway, let's pull the figure out here and take a look. As you can see, the figure is nice, bright, and yellowy. He also comes with this most excellent bio card. Love the look of him on the bio card. A lot of nice tech specs. Rank is the lowest, followed by strength, so he's not really ranked high and he's not very strong. And then, of course, the figure comes with instructions that are printed on unlaminated paper, which don't really care for. As you can see, it is a very nice, bright, and pretty vehicle mode. The yellow, the blue, the, I guess this is mauve purple. Nice silver Autobot symbol here on the front. Just an overall nice looking alt mode. Very dangerous, very pointy, very lockdowny, because, well, that's who he's modeled after. Overall, I like this alt mode. I think it looks good, I think it looks gnarly, and the paint scheme is just crazy. This looks like something that would work in like Rio de Janeiro or something. Just really cool, really fun, kind of bonkers. One thing that I do love is the detailing on this engine block, or specifically the engine block in the air ram. Just really nice detailing, just really nice detailing. And the front of the vehicle mode looks really rad as well. I love the amount of detailing that they put into this guy. Transformation for this guy is the exact same as animated Lockdown, except the one thing I find interesting is here, Circuit has an axe, a very floppy axe, but in the directions, he has a hook. So, yeah. Not sure why, but I think they recycled the directions here. So, flip out the axe, flip down the rear wheels. That will then enable us to grab the entire back end of the vehicle mode and pull it away from the figure. And then come up front and wiggle the front apart and take the engine block and put that off to the side. Then we can take the hood, or the front windscreen here, lift that up, and take the rear spoiler and lift that up as well. Then take the legs, or the front of the figure, and flip it all the way around to form his legs. And it doesn't really lock into place at all back here, which is not a huge issue, but annoying nonetheless. Then taking a look at the feet, we can pull out the feet, flip them down, and then stand old spindly legs up here. Torso transformation is a little complicated, but not too bad. Take the front windscreen, pull that over the head, and bring it down forward, and it'll peg right in underneath his neck, which, to be honest, this is not that easy to peg in, because things get in the way. But once you get it in, it stays in. Then we can bring the arms up and pop off the ball joints as we go, which I am a master of if you've watched my videos for long enough. Yeah, not really easy to pop these ball joints off. So with the ball joint popped off, take the arm and unpeg it from the inside of the hinge here, and then this will collapse over to form a shoulder. So we will just pop that back on. I said pop that back on. Oh, come on. Fold that over to form a shoulder and flip out the hand. Do the same thing on the other side-ish. Except get this shoulder up and out of the way, and then this will slide up into place. You can take the door here, pull it out, and flip it completely around like that. So here we have him in robot mode, and I'm not going to lie, I don't particularly care for this robot mode. And it's because of the paint, to be honest. I don't think the colors work. I think there's a much too big of an imbalance between the purple, the orange, and the and the yellow in the figure to make it work. While I think it works in vehicle mode, it doesn't really work all that well here. Now you can take the engine block and just attach it to his left arm as a spark extractor emitter, or whatever you want to call it. The directions actually do not have it labeled anything. Maybe there's something in the bio. And according to the bio, this is called a decelerator cannon. Okay. Posability-wise, he's actually he's both good and highly limited at the same time. So we'll start with the feet. And the feet have a good amount of range to them, but the left leg is incredibly loose. There's a swivel here where you can move in and out, but it's very loose, while it's very tight on the other leg. And he's got a series of hinges for the transformation, a series of swivels or hinges here for the hips, no torso articulation, arms are on that ball joint, then there's a ball joint in both elbows, and then a hinge joint in the hands and the axe. Same on the other arm. However, the hand, I should say, and the axe are incredibly soft plastic that, to be honest, these are going to break. These are going to break if you use them and mangle them too much. The head sculpt is interesting. While TFCC has done great head sculpts before, this one is severely lacking, in all honesty. It's dull. There's a lot of detail, yes. The head mold is incredibly detailed, but there are no paint apps. Just the forehead and the chin have the paint apps, and the chin looks like it's been applied rather sloppily. It's just my personal opinion, but there's nothing else. There's no other paint to break it up. He has an incredible amount of light piping thanks to this giant dome on his head, and in and of itself, it's all right, but it just lacks the detailing and the utter awesomeness that the other figures possessed. Not a very good head sculpt, in my opinion. And I should say not a very good head sculpt paint job. The sculpt is fine. I'm fine with the sculpt, but the paint job is bad, personally. Overall, I'm not really impressed with this guy. I'm not really digging him. I think the colors work in vehicle mode, but not in robot mode. And yes, I realize that this is a throwback to the original Generation 1 figure, who was this crazy color scheme, but I'm just not feeling the love. Size-wise, he's a huge figure. I mean, here's original Classics Prime. I mean, he towers over this guy. So, yeah, it's a big figure. And I'm sure there are folks out there that are going to love it. No doubt. And, you know, honestly, if I have this guy on my shelf long enough, I'm sure I would fall in love with it myself. But the initial gaudiness of it just doesn't really work. Like I said, love the vehicle mode. Don't care for the robot mode at all. Of the figures released thus far by TFCC, I would say Circuit is my least favorite. Just because this mold has its issues and they didn't improve on it any, other than the paint scheme. Like I said, love the paint scheme in vehicle mode. I think it's just crazy, and I could see this working in different parts of the world. Robot mode just isn't that much fun. Yeah, it could grow on me, but not feeling the love right out of the box. So guys, this has been Spade of the Bolt Matrix, taking a look at TFCC's subscription figure Circuit. Not a huge fan of it. I'll catch you next time.